This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and at the time I record the intro, I am #1 in Best of 1, in Mythic as well, rank #1 gamer. And today's video is Boros history. It is streak number 848, and I got to #1 playing mono white. But if you want to see that list, check out my Twitter, link in description. But we do play a different deck every day. If you're new around here, it is what we do. So we're playing, I can't believe I'm doing this. We will be defending the crown in Mythic with a Boros Reconstruct History deck. Reconstruct History is actually one of the Strixhaven cards I like. It kind of has this grindy throwbackness to it. It's 2 red white for a sorcery. Return 1 artifact, 1 enchantment, 1 instant, 1 sorcery, and up to 1 planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand, exile Reconstruct History. So if you can play a bunch of sweet cards, you can get them back later. So that leads us to a deck that's based mostly around everything except for creatures. So I've broken this into piles of what they get for Reconstruct History. Over here we have the enchantments and artifacts. We have a Soul Guide Lantern, just a one of, but it's a fun thing to get back that at worst draws cards and adds that value, and at best just hoses certain strategies. We have Birth of Meletis and Elspeth Conquers Death as our enchantments, some sweet sagas. We have Mazemind Tome, which often exiles itself, but the opponents do blow it up a good amount of times, and there are cards that we play that might discard or sacrifice it so that we can get it back and play it more. But more likely, we're getting back Solemn Simulacrum. There are 4 copies of the Sad Robot because it's a value add in the deck, and we are an 80-card Yorion deck to fit all this sweet stuff. So we do need blinkable things, and all of these fall into that category where Yorion blinking them is very helpful. In the sorceries category, wait, that's a creature. That's a Professor of Simbabla. Well, the Professor does get sorceries from the graveyard in lessons. So I've got a lot of environmental sciences because it's the most easy fetch. You do need to hit every single land drop with this deck. As you'll see, it plays out into positions where it just has a ton of lands, plus Reduce to Memory, which is a good removal spell, and Mascot Exhibition, which is good in the late game, and recurring it with Reconstruct History, spamming it until the opponent is dead, is often a win con. Rip Apart can hit enchantments and artifacts, creatures or planeswalkers. It's a good little glue card. Thrilling Discovery is a fun one. We have a lot of cards that are situational. In some spots they're good, in some spots they're bad. We also have Reconstruct History, which gets things out of the graveyard. So using Thrilling Discovery to get rid of the cards that aren't great right now, draw cards, and then get it back later with Reconstruct History if we want it, is a very cool effect. Devastating Mastery. So this deck leans hard into a ton of white mana because it has this 4 white, 2 other card from Strixhaven that you may not have seen. It destroys all non-land permanents, and there's a student cost. For 4 mana, you can destroy all non-land permanents, but an opponent can choose 2 non-land permanents and return them to their hand. Don't think that mode absolutely sucks. It's not great, but sometimes on turn 4, having a destroy everything wipe, but they get 2 things back, but it does clear the board, can be useful, as we're going to showcase in the video. And then we have getting this back with Reconstruct History just keeps everything dead. 1 copy each of Amiria's Call and Shatterskull Smashing. As lands, they're great. As spells, you can get them back with Mastery. 4 Fire Prophecy to put away the cards we don't need and draw new cards. I'd rather loot them, quite honestly, but I do need cheap removal. And it's also very helpful because we have 4 Scorching Dragonfires. Those exile. The prophecies are helpful because sometimes your opponent will try to exile your Solemn Simulacrum, and then you Fire Prophecy it, and you get to draw a card off the Solemn, and you get to cycle another card with the Prophecy. So it's kind of a cheesy draw too. And then 1 Soulseer. Every now and then this card comes up big because of indestructible stuff. I've actually fluctuated between 4 of these and none of these, and I think 1 is probably the right number because a lot of times it's just overpriced removal. And then 2 Lorehold Command. This is the best instant to get back most of the time. It lets us sacrifice our permanents that lie around, like Birth of Meletis walls, and turn those into more cards. And it gains life, making 3/2s and giving the +1/+0 and haste and indestructible. Not nearly as important. And then we have 1 Ugin and 1 Elspeth Sun's Nemesis as the planeswalkers. Remember, remember, Reconstruct History can get back a Planeswalker, but since the Boros Planeswalkers aren't particularly good, I wanted to keep the numbers pretty low, and since I'm already running a lot of expensive stuff and the deck is mana hungry, I didn't want too many Ugins. If you want to build a version of the deck with 3 or 4 Ugins, I understand. You might get run over because your only ramp is Solemn. Just putting that out there. There is kind of a neat combo, though, with Professor of Symbology. You can discard a card from your hand to draw, and with Elspeth Conquers Death, maybe you discard an Ugin and then get it back for free with ECD. Not bad. In the mana base, we've got a few fun one-ups, but it's mostly Boros stuff. The Triome is a good one because you can cycle it, and it lets you play Snarls untapped and then cycle this later. 4 passages also. 1 Castle Ardenvale, and 1 Field of Ruin, 1 Crawling Barrens, and a lot of basics so that we can... It's amazing how many times, actually, we cast Birth of Meletis and Solemn Simulacrum in this deck, and how mana-hungry the deck is. It's not like we have an ultimatum that just wins the game on the spot. It just goes longer and longer and grinds, which is what I love about it. But that does mean we need more land to fetch with our cards. So... that's the deck. You guys who might be used to my work know that usually I do a dedication here. I'm trying a new thing where I do them at the end, but thank you to all the Cool Kids Club members who hit the join button below, and let me know what you think of the new format. And now we are about to dive in and start defending the top-ranked Mythic with this Brewski Yorian non-blue counter deck of our own. I'm kind of terrified. Let the nonsense begin. Mythic number 4 versus Platinum. Oh my lord! With Boros control. Yep, this is what memes and dreams are made of. Play mono white, get there, play nonsense, make everybody think you did it with nonsense. Here comes Usha. Alright, so first up, Professor of some blah blah blahs, I think. We could also assemble the Birth, which can block the Usher indefinitely. We definitely want to be able to kill something else. So what's the next thing? Hollowblade. Hollowblade's a thing. Well, we don't want to miss our next land drop. That I'm sure of. So there were a lot of arguments there. You could just reach out, kill the thing, hope to draw the land. I'm past it. All right, some blah 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 in the house. Winota. So the job against Winota is to make sure all of the creatures die. Which means we're not casting this right now. We're going to Fire Prophecy something. If they spend their turn making a 1/1 with the Usher, we're pretty happy. But if they do that, it probably means they had nothing else to do. Okay. That said, this thing's already spent. So we'll block here. Fire Prophecy. Bone Crush the Wall. Okay, do what you gotta do. No, let's put away one of the professors. We probably don't need both. Another land isn't the greatest, but there you go. So does the opponent have another land? They do. And another creature. That's really bad. This means Winota is happening. But I guess we have the Mastery here. And the Winota might hit me for a bunch, but it probably won't kill me right now. So let's play the Solemn. Take the action. Let's go get... I guess another white. There is a case where we might get bottlenecked and draw another red spell, but here, any untapped land off the top casts the Mastery. Now we have to remember our opponent has a Savior, which is a pain. They go in for Apparition. Okay. Alright, what do we do? Let's try to rip apart... Well, we're just gonna rip apart the dog, right? Let's rip apart the doggy. Gross. Very uncool, but we gotta get it off the field. Alright, we play you. What do you get? I guess we're at mascot exhibition territory. So let's grab that. Play this tapped. If the opponent goes nuts with Winota here, we have the mastery. Yep, here it comes. We just have to absorb some damage. Plenty of damage. Because I'm sure they'll hit Blade Historian. No, not the Spellbinder. No! That's what I should have been worried about. Of course we won't be able to recover with a sweeper. Why did I think we could? You're taking mastery. Don't mess around here. That's easy. Maybe they have to read it. We can still play it at the student price, though. So they'd have to bounce 2 things. Probably bounce the Winota and the Professor, but that's fine. They're a little mana bottlenecked, so they can't stop the mastery. The decision is made. All right, Blade Historian. Okay. Fun. So much fun. Did you like playing Magic cards? You don't get to play Magic cards. We block here because we want to make the 4/4 after the mastery. Oh, hi. That's cool. You gotta love it. That's why we run 4 of them. For moments like this. Sciences into a giant. Yep. Elspeth. Make some critters. Bring out the Yorion. Do we attack? I think we have to try to close. If the opponent has a Winota, we can block 2 things. Unless, of course, one of them flies. And we try to pull them into another mastery here. Alright. You did it. What a gamer. Attacks the Elspeth. It's interesting. Finds the Blade Historian. So let's absorb this damage. Reconstruct history. If we take out the giant and we block these, then the opponent can't trigger another Winota. We do have to take 2 to take out the giant. Enchantment, instant, sorcery. Let's do it. Another mastery or a rip apart? I think it's gotta be the mastery. All right, go get planes, hit land drop. Fire Prophecy is ready. Make tokens. Do I attack my opponent here? I think we just wait. Defensive posture. Opponent hits another land. We know they still have spells because they missed a land drop pretty early in the game. Do I lose to that? Not quite. I can hit the Blade Historian. They say GG. Let's see if they hit an... Oh, they only attack with that? Okay. I think they tunnel vision there. Let's... Do we put away the Yorion? Do I put away Yorion? Come on now. We'll just decline. I got GG'd. I got pre-G'd. Rated pre-GG'd for tilting. Academic probation? If they had a probation, they're naming mastery. All right, so we want to be able to attack with all these.
The heart of a hero beats within your breast.
I think we're going to mastery here. We don't have to, though. We could also play the mascot exhibition and try to actually end the game with pressure. The opponent's making blocks because they expect the mastery, but I don't have to do the mastery. I think the opponent's view of the game is really narrow. Not the game as a whole, but this specific game. Just a reminder, I can attack too. Now, how bad would Kenrith be? Pretty scary. Alright, can they make this unblockable somehow? They're looking. How good are those learn cards? They're not that good, right? I've got a wall of mascots. Reduce to memory, Blade Historian again, yep. Play it all. Play it all out. Throw the wall under the bus so we can be aggressive on the other side. So if we attack you with all these, you're at 15. So I think we're attacking and then casting Mastery. See if they block this time. Last time they threw away their blocks assuming I would Mastery, and we punished them for it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hard to tell how many planes are in this pile. I think it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we do this, we don't have any... There's nothing we can do with the extra mana, so we do this. Boom. Blade Historian off the top. But they know about the other Mastery as well. I guess they just decide they want to get through it. Boom. What we learning? Let's grab a reduce. Are you going to give me a 3-2? I think the opponent's tilting. Would you like to cast the anatomy on it as well? All right, they make a flyer. Reconstruct history. I mean, we can also just play Yorion. Attack. Go get land. Yorion! The Sky Noodle waited so long to get a little blinky value. The Fey Guide Mother is a card I tried in Mono White and in Winota. Eventually decided against it, but you know, every now and then it does some cool hopping things where you make something jump and deal a bunch of damage. All right. Pre-good gamer, it's time to die. From not actually lethal to actually lethal.
Do my best to support you.
Reduced memory. Now you don't fly. And that's what you get. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. One win against a platinum gamer, and we are back at #1 Mythic Baby Esports. Let's go. Imagine playing Boros Reconstruct History Control for content while ranked #1 on the Mythic ladder. Yep, that's why you're here. That's why I'm the frickin' one in Best of One, everybody. Right there. I will show you a Fable Passage, but since we are #1 Mythic, we do not crack it. No, we do not. Not until you've committed to your play of the day. And another doggo deck. Silly doggos. Tricks are for kids. Shall we exile doggo or rip a doggo apart? I'm gonna exile doggo. Eat out. Skedaddle. Since there'll inevitably be comments, I'm getting paired the way that I'm getting paired right now against people in Diamond and Platinum because there aren't enough mythics. There's always comments. All right, we've drawn enough spot removal that we might be able to brawl our way through their creatures to keep Winota from happening, or at least to put it off. No! F's in the chat. What the hell is this? This stupid dog, man. This dog is the death of everything. All right. I guess we can try to keep a Winota trigger low, but we're not going to do anything. I think we have to play the tome. If they just have Winota here, their draw is too good and we lose. I think we have to play tome and find like Devastating Mastery and some other cards. We definitely need to hit land drops. So yeah, we just have to dig here and hope that they don't have it. Wow. Good stuff. Good stuff. I can't hit land drop 4, but they get to do that. Oh, that's brutal. From number 1 to number 7? Because they nut drew Winota and I got land screwed? Oh, man. HGG. You want some? Come get some. Oh, baby. Let's do this. Do I have emotes on? I turned them off on my... Okay. They're turned off on mobile because, I don't know, there's not enough screen space on mobile and I'm like too lazy to return them on mobile anyway. Oh, you know what HGG is doing right now? He's going to record. He's going recording. That's what he's doing. He's hitting record. He wants some of this. He wants some of the legend. Are you Winota too? Are you going to be my 3rd consecutive Winota gamer of the day? Yep. Lame, man. Lame. Not impressed. Let's draw a card. See if we hit a tapped land. We do not. So our hand is slow, but we do have Mastery, which we can play on 4 and make them start over. Flawless mana. Lame. Lamest deck in the game right here, baby. All right, so we'll play this. We'll buy Yorion because we have nothing else to do. Why deck? Where's the removal? Professor, keep it coming. Keep it coming. I think we have to Mastery next turn just to reset the board. And then what? We can lower hold command one of their things? I mean, do we have to? Is that a missed land? Fetched the spirit summoning with the professor. That's kind of weird. All right. I think that we just... Do we gotta go here? I'm gonna try to get away with a Solemn. We might just be dead for it, though. I'm gonna try to get away with a Solemn. Playing against Winota is so frickin' annoying. It's so stressful. They just constantly seem to have it. So let's see. Easy land. Skyclave Apparition. That's not Winota. Okay. Okay. So now we have to somehow navigate the Savior. And I think we can do that, but we can't risk a Winota here, so I guess we just have to Mastery. Go get red. Blow him up. Savior can protect the apparition. That doesn't work. I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt as a fellow YouTuber and say he's just demonstrating for the viewers who like to go into comments and say, why didn't you sacrifice Alseid of Life's Bounty to save your creature from the devastating mastery? And then we have to, as content creators, we either ignore them because eventually there's too much of that stuff going around, or we have to get in there and be like, this is why. Why did you pass? Why? What are you going to do on instant speed here? All right, I guess we're going to cycle this Triome. Let's play this field. It holds priority because of the Snarls. And see what our opponent does. What are you doing? Bone Crush my face. Resolve. Bone Crush again. Okay. 3/2, 3 damage. Or does making a 3/2 make sense? It can block the Bone Crusher Giant, kinda, but do we really just need to draw better cards? What are we on? 7? Next turn, I guess Elspeth and Triome, or Yori and Triome? Okay, we'll make a 3/2. Board presence can matter. Gonna need that back. Gonna need some reconstructing history. This Elspeth might also just minus for life. Here comes the Giant. Here comes the Bounty. Scorching Dragonfire can take out the Bounty or the Giant now. How aggressive can we get? You really do need to close the game. Make some nerds.
Together we can exact justice.
Do I play a tap Triome here? I don't think so. I think we hold up Cycle. I guess I can hold this to block this, but then protection from white gets through if I attack with this. It's really tempting, though, to attack with both. Yeah, we have to close. Winota's very strong. And Winota might actually come down here. If it does, we have to kill one of these. This comes through. Oh, are we just dead there to a, we're just dead to an elite Spellbinder in that spot? Is there a way to play around that? I guess we can kill the Bounty, and then we're not dead to a Spellbinder. This is a tough game. Bluff. Bluff stop. We're dead to another Gift of the Fae, if that is, in fact, a card that HGG runs, that we ran into earlier in the day. Five cards graveyard. We can minus the Elspeth for life and get it back. Face is the place. I mean, that's a chump, right? Embercleave? Nope. Don't have the mana for Embercleave. Okay, there's Paulo. Elite Spellbinder is scary, man. It really is. Oh! Are we doing that? I think we're doing that. Although, there's still plenty of creatures to go. Oh, man. If I play the Yorion, I can loop this. Now, let's do like this. Playing a little conservative, that's okay. Winota doesn't do Winota things without a board. Now it's 7 to 10, and we can try to grind with Elspeth here. Ooh, that sounded dirty. Hi! Hey there. Who's your daddy? Oh! Ugin off the top brings it home, and rank unchanged. Rank unchanged. I feel like I did HGG dirty because I handed him a loss and he's trying to get to Mythic and I didn't gain anything in Mythic. Ultimate Gatekeeper. Maybe it's that bug. Is that bug still a thing? Let's check profile. Don't cut the video editor. We're checking profile. Did we actually rank and it just didn't show it? Boom. Easy number 3. Easy. All right. We got some more Winotas here. The matchmaker just doesn't know what to pair me against, so it's been all Winota today. Which is fine, because I don't really want to play against Rogues or Sultai with this deck. Wow! Esports! Yes! Paid actor, Exitor. Check your PayPal. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's what number 1 Mythic dreams are made of. 1 in best of 1 hype. Can you imagine being Diamond 4 and getting ranked against number 1 Mythic? It's gotta be a feels. That's gotta feel like something. Alright, is it Winota? Let's find out. Slam Triome. Tempting to hold Triome, to be honest. Temple of Malice. Ooh, what's this? Because we might have enough land and need to cycle it, and right now I am kind of wishing, but we do have the Tome. I'm gonna slam this Tome, I think. Birth is nice and all, but I don't need the land to curve out. And I do need cards. Red, black. I'm just gonna draw with this. Okay. Do we buy Yorion? We have Yorion with Solemn and Tome and Birth. Seems good, but they might just have a, like, hand hate to take it away. I think we're better off just drawing. Normally I buy Yorion in that spot, but against Rakdos, I think it's better just to leave it in the exile pile. Okay. Interesting. I'm not in a hurry to Fire Prophecy the token. Maybe I should be because of things like Village Rights. Let's see what we draw. Okay, that's a lot of land. I think it's Solemn time. I think we want to ramp here. And then it's time to start scrying, quite frankly. We've got to stop drawing land. Didn't really expect to see this much mana. But we're up to a mana amount where just playing Ugin can be so devastating. Double Bastion can end a game quicker than you'd think. Would you like to attack? I'll block. Alright. Scry. Another Solemn. It's basically more land, more ramp. These Bastions are going to kill me, though. We have to try to draw something better. We have to try to draw something better. Reconstruct History does nothing. Yet. Hello. Yeah, I know. You're excited. I'm excited too. Let's find a plains. Play the field. We're probably going to send the plains away with the Fire Prophecy. We're going to need life from these births, I think. But we could also draw a card. And life from the tome is really good too. I guess we can scry. Am I going to get Awaken the Blood Avatar? I think so. Is the play to upkeep one of these? This doesn't do anything against the Blood Avatar. And then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if they Village Rites on their turn, they might not be able to, or if they plumb. Nice. Actually resolved. Feels good. Ah, come on, deck. What is this? What is this nonsense? What are you doing to me? It's getting crazy. It's getting actually crazy. All right. 5th land for the sacrifice deck. 2 Bastions has me scurred. Kroxa is a lot of damage, but the graveyard's currently empty. Why did I get rid of the passage? I don't have a good answer to that. Should have kept the passage, gotten rid of a plains. Yeah, these things are machine guns, and we have so many ways to deal with them. We've only drawn mana. We gotta find a way through this. Scry it up. Oh my lord, deck. Deck! What are you? Why you do this to me? Alright. Buying Yorion, we can't play it. Reconstructing History doesn't work. Everything's falling apart. Let's draw. At least we gain some life. Stay alive. Another solemn. Shuffler is fine, I gotta tell you. I feel like deck is extra stacked. Let's take that action. Go get another red. Do we attack our opponent? I don't even want to help them let their creatures die. It's a weird game. Maybe they're flooding too. They're just doing it in a very slow fashion. Scorpion. How do we get rid of Scorpion? Need some exile. Some exile in the house. Lorehold Command. Definitely a nice card to draw. Gaining that life is sweet too. The problem with Lorehold Command is they'll sacrifice something in response, but I guess we still gain the 3 life either way. Let's go for a Yorion. Hopefully I don't just get drained out from here somehow. But let's get a Yorion on the field. I've seen these decks do shenanigans, okay? Plumb the Forbidden is a magic card. A heck of a magic card. I've seen things, okay? I've seen things. Alright, so all this mana, deck, I can forgive you. I can forgive you for all of this if you cough up the Ugin right now. Just cough up the Ugin, reduce my anxiety. Let's go. Enchantment instant. This is probably the instant we want back, though. We can sacrifice a Solemn to draw and get back the Lorehold Command to gain life. Opponent's just passing these turns. All right, we're just going to do it now. We're going to Dome you. I'm going to gain life. We're going to sacrifice a Solemn, draw 3 cards. Devastating Mastery. Okay. Devastating Mastery at long last can clean up these bastions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we play this 6. Bastion's gotta go. Bastion's gotta go, guys. Even if it brings back the Croxa. Five cards in graveyard. They still need one more for the Croxa. They draw a Woe Strider. That is a Scorching Dragonfireable thing. So last turn, the opponent didn't have any stick when we played the Mastery or when we played the Command. And that means they don't have a Village Rites. Pretty good. I guess we want this on the battlefield as soon as possible. We'd love to get it back with History. We also have Solemns in the graveyard. But this can also hit Bastions. So let's Scorch. Let's give them the Scorch. Yeah, I think they've had a very lackluster draw. As much as I've been complaining about mine, I think our opponent had it worse. Not that I have empathy. I don't. I'm a monster. Ask anyone who watches the show. Alright, no Planeswalker. Sag. All the lands. All the lands are coming out of this library. They're all coming with me. Eventually, I won't be able to draw them anymore. You know, I say that. Look at that. Look at that. Another Bastion. Let's conquer death. Hello? Solemn coming through. So I hold lands at this point, I believe, in case I draw a Thrilling Discovery. Put triggers on the stack so I can sacrifice Birth. Yep, it was just a question of how much they could take with 3 of their Bastions gone. Look at that! Rank didn't change. What is wrong with the system? Who's next? A Diamond Gamer. Come meet the one in best of one. Who's number one in best of one in 1E111E1. Alright. Nice hand of trinkets. Not sure it'll be good enough against a Winota deck. We'll have to, we'd have to find a sweeper, but it can happen. You gotta believe. See? How do you know it was Winota? Because that's what the matchmakers decided I play against. Why would I play against anything else? Stonebinder's familiar. Let's rumble. Trinket. Don't exile something on their turn. It grows the familiar. Robber of the Rich. Combo. Perfect draw. Absolutely perfect draw. Steals the sweeper I needed. Alright, this game is now officially garbage. I gotta be Snarl ready. Let's see how perfect the draw truly is. Yes, another doggy. Yes, a professor as well. Flood the board. Flood the board, nothing will go wrong. Apparently there are tough decisions to be made. Reduced to memory. They're scared of random permanent. Does grow the familiar, but I would take a 3/2. I would like a free 3/2 right now. Fire Prophecy. Doesn't do anything because of the dog, but does get us deeper in the deck, so we'll probably cast it here. Snarl ready. Please just don't go land Winota again. Land. We're going to combat, kids. Okay. Let's go after the familiar. I'm sure they'll sacrifice Savior to protect. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Bingo. All right. Let's draw a card with our lantern so that we have full selection before making our Fire Prophecy decision. How reactive of you. All right. I think we just put away the field. Nice. Fetch the 4th white in case we draw Mastery. Opponent might exile it to keep me from drawing the card, and it does make this a 4/4. Look at those tomes. Getting so much action. Okay, they're not getting action. Been too busy trying not to die, okay? They really stole my Devastating Mastery. That's so unlucky. Rope comes out. Block here. Go to 4. Draw. Okay. Gamer moment. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop the Bone Crusher. Reconstruct History, I don't think does it either. That is called a turn late. So we have to draw something to kill the familiar as well. Or just block it. You know, should have targeted the familiar instead, I think. I think that was an oops. Doesn't matter. We whiffed. I surrender my number 1 ranking to the beauty of turn 1 Stonebinder's Familiar, turn 2 Robber of the Rich, steal my sweeper. All right, how far do we fall? Number 2. Number 2. Could be worse. Now that I've figured out that my personal meta is going to be 80% Winota decks, I am going to add Soul Seers. I've got like 4 Soul Seers in here. Esports! We did it again! That's like 3 times in one video. Being the number 1 in the world. Why are they scooping to me? I'm sure there'll be questions in the comments. I don't know how to answer them. So there was that article that says that your climb to Mythic is easier now if you scoop a bunch of games. I believe this is a rematch. I believe I've played this person, and I believe they're on Winota, and they're gonna frickin' die. Let's go. Let's go. And I'm on the play? Oh, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. Black. Oh, this is the sacrifice deck. Well, hopefully they have a better hand. I can't believe I'm saying this. Hopefully they have a better hand this time. They had a really, really tough go of it last time. So I don't think we play Professor. I think we want the Tome. We want to get that 4 life locked in, then Mastery the board. That's a lot of Soul Seer, by the way. Where Scorching Dragonfire would have been better. And just added those to the deck, and of course I don't get the Winota pairing this time. Sure, we'll keep that. Do we just buy the Yorion? I mean, this card is really bad in this matchup, right? Your 3-mana removal spell doesn't kill the token, the Awaken the Blood avatar. Yeah, let's draw a Yorion. There's the Bastion, so we've got to find a solution to that thing. Because at this point, we're just gonna get plumbed out of the game. How about a Rip Apart? Should I turn down the 4th land? You know, I don't think so. I think that this is leading to a devastating mastery that hopefully isn't lethal. I think that's where this is all leading. All right, let's play our professor, which might get claimed. Could be nasty, but we will put it to the test. We'll go get environmental sciences. We'll play this. Do we get this out of the way? I think so. We have 4 red now, or 4 white now, so we can go get a mountain. And I hope I get a chance to trade this without it getting stolen from me. Opponent might fear the Yorion, though. It can reset the tome. Yep, easy claim. Easy claim, the firstborn. No Awaken the Blood Avatar yet, though. But Plumb the Forbidden your board? Maybe. Draw, like, gosh, that's overdrawing your hand by such a ton, too. We've got to deal with this card. It can't just chill there, guys. It can't just be allowed to chill. Okay, just some village rights. Could have been worse. Scry it up. Fire Prophecy. Not what I'm looking for. I know, it feels like cheap removal is what you should want, but it's not. We could Shatterskull smash these, and then just the opponent has a bunch of cards in their hand, but I think they missed on land last turn, so killing this lets them get their land drops. So let's just take our time. I think we draw and gain the life. I don't want to... You know, do we just slam Yorion here and reset this at 13 versus this with a mastery? I don't think so. I think we draw here and gain the life. I'm gonna try not to mastery until I've gained the life off this birth. We'll see. We'll see how that goes for us. The clock isn't super quick yet. That can turn on a dime with Awaken the Blood Avatar, but right now, I'm feeling okay. As okay as I can feel. There's a Woe Strider. Okay. That's frustrating, but probably mastery worthy. I guess we can Soul Sear it. And I guess we can also play Professor. But man, oh wait, we can Professor. All right, we play Professor and we get rid of the Bastion. That's what we do here. And then we hopefully hold out, get this life. Although the eye twitches just kind of make that a mute point. But we can get rid of this. Opponent has a lot of creatures, though. If they sacrifice the Twitch in response, then they get a little drain action. It shows how much they need this land. Oh, or pest summoning. I don't know. And a scry to the top. Okay, all pest summoning all the way. But if there's not a Bastion out there, I don't feel bad about using the Mastery, the Shatterskull, the other removal spells. So it's okay. This turn might be very painful, though. The opponent uses Claim. They get in for 6. We don't have life gain on hand. It's scary. I probably have more ways to kill Bastion than the typical deck by far, but I just keep not drawing it. got claimed again. Feels bad. Professor, why you do this to me? Owie. Are we dead? We're dead. We're dead. Actual dead. Yeah, I should have mastered. That wasn't nearly as close. Like, I outthought myself. So, surrender number 1. Back to number 7. Why? Alrighty. Number 7 gamer again coming through. These numbers are so weird. So, Soul Sears went down to 1 copy again because it took away my ability to farm the aggro decks. All tap lands. Seems fun, but it's a D's hand. And there you go. Behold. Back to aggro. Let's see if we can draw an untapped land. Nope. Oh, look. We drew the Soul Seer anyway. Come on. Draw land off the top here, right? I guess we play this tap, though. I guess we play this tapped because any land off the top, even a tapped one, and then maybe passage the next turn. These stupid dogs, man. These stupid dogs. They're so tilting. Alright, Scorching Dragonfire. No land drawn yet. We don't hit land drop 4, this is gonna get scary. So they must have a good 3. They have Sparring Regiment, okay. This looks like my deck. The one that actually got me into Mythic. Why did you fetch this? I guess you think you know what's going on? Alright, Dragonfire it. Pitch the other dog for it. So one of the risky things about this situation that you do with the regimen, you don't want to play it in a spot where you might not be able to play a creature the next turn if your creature dies. And that's sort of what we sucked our opponent into here. If you kill the creatures, the regimen doesn't do anything. So all we have to do now is eliminate this creature, and the opponent's regiment's just going to be chilling. I guess we say go and see what they do. Nice to come up short on lands against aggro on the draw. Always a feels good. It's part of the 80 card conundrum. Redain. So we have to kill the Redain, right? I mean, we can just Scorch it. Yeah, let's, what if the opponent has another dog, though? What if they have another dog? All right, let's let him go to combat. So this isn't my list. This, Redain didn't make the cut in my deck. Let's go ahead and get, I mean, they might have something weird like Shijiri Shelter. But we could also try to ramp up to Mastery, but that doesn't really work because Redain keeps me from playing anything. So, yeah, let's just kill it now. Opponent might have another Redain, which would be pretty brutal. We're not going to crack passage. We actually want to draw another land. It's indestructible. Ugh. Okay, Luminarch. Land off the top, please. Land off the top, pretty please. Did it. But let's hold up the command. Let's wait. Let's wait. Our opponent might try to turn on this Heliod. Okay, Elite Spellbinder. If we make a 3/2, it can block this. So if we kill the Spellbinder... No, wait. This is going to go up to 4, so we don't want to do that. All right. So we make a 3/2 anyway, and we deal 3 damage. Gain 3 life. But this Spellbinder is a pain. Flying, what an ability. If they take the Mastery... Yep. Now it's 8 mana to get there. And a casket? Weird deck. Weird, but they've got their Heliod on 4 devotion, so they're feeling strong. This can kill the Spellbinder. They need 1 more devotion for the Heliod, but then this can turn it back off. Buy the Yorion. Probably put Yorion away, because I don't think it's as good as these other cards. And maybe we just do it now, because we might hit our land drop. Really, Yorion? Yeah, really. Okay. Leave them on 0 creatures. That's why I don't run glass caskets. Like, all this stuff is pretty good, and I like the way that adds devotion to Heliod. That's kind of a cool thing. They get Mascot Exhibition, but they only have 5 lands. I think that's really ambitious. Let's play a Thrilling Discovery here, and let's discard the Elspeth, because we can bring it back from the grave. If we hit an untapped land, we can still play Solemn this turn. Well, we hit an untapped land, but we're going to pay for it. We are at 22. Let's go for it. Of course, if we're patient, we might end up making angels. Are we patient? Ugh. Okay, I'm patient. I'm patient. I'm patient. I might get nailed by this Heliod, though. Yes. Okay. Okay. Come on, baby. Are they going to reduce their casket to memory? They are. Just to make a creature. That is a play that is legal. Soul Guide Lantern doesn't help me much in this matchup. Play the Solemn Ramp. Try to set up for the combinations of Mastery, Amiria's Call. Opponent gets to start attacking here. White, 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 white. We've got the 4 white. And Birth's Fetch Plains. Get rid of this in case they have Luris. We already played a land, so let's wait. Let's see if they do anything that involves a graveyard, like a Luris. Land? Oh god, here comes the exhibition. Okay. It all has to die. We need 1 land for the Mastery. Let's see if we can draw it. Okay, let's see if we can draw it. It's a tap land right there. Also not it. Also not it. We can make some 4/4s. I guess we can shock in the call. I'm really... It's so awkward because I keep on trying to hold it for value, but I guess we don't need value anymore. We really don't. We should be able to win now. So let's just make the winning play. I held back Mastery for no explicable reason in the last game. Let's do it now. Bladist. That's pretty good. That's strong. That is really strong. Ooh, okay. Solemn up. We've got the Lorehold command. It can kill the Blade Historian with the Lightning Helix mode for the boomers. What the heck is this? All right. We're going to have to kill that too somehow. Let's do this, and let's sack the Solemn and draw some cards. So, kill you, target me. And then sack Solemn, we get 3 total cards out of it, and a 4th to try to find an answer to this War Leader that we don't currently have. Oh, yeah, Ugin. Ugin is a card that answers that. If you got a problem, Ugin will solve it. Dun 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 dun. Good game indeed. Professor? And let's go get the mascot exhibition. I would say it's time. Just gonna hold this land because we have a lot of them now. We might want it for a thrilling discovery. Opponent demanding I say GG. I do not. I'm not a GG player. You're gonna rope me for it? Alright, I'll play a land. Since I can solemn with it. Opponent, it's time for you to play your Ugin. Come on now, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Play your Ugin. I have one. Why would you leave home without your Ugin? Makes no sense. Reconstruct history. It's like it wants me to meme. Make them bigger. We'll boost up the smallest ones so they feel strong. Alright, we'll send them a heart. Expelled. Imagine getting expelled. Twice? Man, their deck is funky. Still dead. Nope, not dead. What a warrior. Alright. Sure. Maybe we'll turn Ugin into a 3-2 for the LOL. Nah. Finish him. Ghost fire. Back to number 2. Okay. Alright, last game of this particular video. I would love to go out number 1. We played this person before. Were they Winota or were they... I don't know. I can't be bothered to figure that out. Could go watch the VODs, but nah. Winota. Alright, let's see how good their draw is. Might be setting up for an early mastery. Professor of Sim blah blah blah. Please don't elite spellbinder me. I don't have much going on and these robots are so slow on the draw. Probably should just mold them. Alright, our opponent has fetched academic probation. Let's make sure that we curve out. Curve out into robot. Like a true master. And is it a spellbind? Alright. This is the way it's going to be. This is just the way it's going to be. So they have an interesting choice. They could take the mastery, which is kind of exiling it from the game, at least for the foreseeable future. If they take the Dragonfire, though, I can't stop Winota from triggering next turn, which is what they're thinking, because I don't have any plays now. Cool. No plays. No plays, CGB. But I do get to mastery them. So I guess we'll see. They did have a look at my hand. They could name Devastating Mastery. They might also have another Spellbinder. Academic Probation. They can choose a card name and I can't play it until my next turn, which that might be what we see here. Double Spellbinder. Come on, man. Come on, man. At least the Solemn will get us there, though. So they could take Mastery here, but I'll just Solemn up to it. Sounds like I'm on a ski trip. Can I afford to do that, though? Do I really... Is what I really need to, like, scorch these? I don't know. Yorion can get in the way of these, too. Until Double Strike happens. Hitting me with the hard rope as they map their path to victory. If they don't take Mastery, I threatened to cast it next turn, but they might be thinking they can probate it, and that's okay. Not next turn, but the turn after, because of Solemn. Okay, only got one more. Yep, take the sweeper. I didn't think it was that hard either, but it's worth exploring, especially when you have this card. Opponent misses their land drop. Drop the Solemn. Wrong land. Pro gamer here. Familiar. If they play the probation, they should name Yorion, but they might name Mastery, even though I grabbed the wrong land. Oh, okay. I mean, that is a thing you can do. Come on! It's the white source. Yeah, you want to attack with that. Alright, down to 11. We could be dead if we don't Mastery. Student cost. All of them go back to hand, which... But at least it slows them down. The more mana we have, the less the Spellbinders can affect us. Also curious to see what they take back to their hand. If they choose the Spellbinders, I think that's Fool's Gold at this point. They're the most expensive cards in the hand. Or they're the most expensive cards available, and your bottleneck is mana. So I don't think, like, the longer my game goes, the more mana I have, the worse I think this decision is. But it's one of those things that you don't really see all the time. Trust me, I've made plenty of mistakes with it. Yeah, they take the Yorion. All right, so what are we doing? We can Scorching Dragonfire this and still have 3 other mana, or we can Solemn here to try to make it even better. I think I like the Solemn a lot. Thrilling Discovery might also find us a removal spell, so let's start there. Can say goodbye to this. I think I say goodbye to this. I don't think I have time. Don't think I have time for you. And Reconstruct History gets so much more. All right, that's a lot of land. It's a lot of land. They're gonna tax the history, aren't they? If they do that, do we care? Let's just Scorch this. Yeah, let's just do this instead of casting History or Solemn. So now they have no board. So they need to put a creature back on the board. Keep in mind, like, these are all spells. They're gonna come flying at us soon. But now we have a cheap instant speed removal spell in the graveyard that we can get back, and we didn't have one before. So that makes a big difference on how good history can be. Come on, I want to close on #1 Mythic. I need to close on #1, baby. Alright, they're gonna play a Savior. That's an annoying puppy. I think I can Devastating Mastery them though, right? I can just bounce these, make them do it again. And then I have a whole bunch more cards in hand. That's pretty hype. Alright, so, do we get another Solemn? We have enough Solemns. Get you back. I want you back. Is that in sync? I think that's in sync. Like, people underestimate that student cost, baby. Oh wait, the opponent can just sacrifice... Okay. The opponent can just sacrifice the dog and not have anything get bounced because it is optional. But then they still have to kill me in 1 turn, which is hard. Let's play the Birth. Scorch the dog. Kind of a free card here. I feel like every untapped land could matter. Yeah, if they play Winota here, we target the dog with the Dragonfire. They get 1 trigger, even if they hit Blade Historian. Wait, we're dead to Blade Historian? Ouch. We're dead to Blade Historian, hit off the Winota. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Come on, baby. I want to go out on number 1. I want number 1. Trigger. I forgot that the Historian would also be attacking. Come on! All right. Did I have a better line? Did I have a better line, though? Oh, wait. We're not dead. We're at 1. We're at 1. Actual 1. How do I gain life? I'm just going to die to a Bone Crusher Giant, aren't I? Well, I guess we're going to play the Mastery and be at 1. Like, I'm pretty sure that has to happen. That's too bad. Please don't die to Bone Crusher Giant now. Or Robber of the Rich, which is probably in the deck because they have Stonebinder's familiar. If I had thought about Robber of the Rich, I might have played it a little different. I might have paid student cost and played Solemn just to have a blocker. But that doesn't matter. Probation can stop the Solemn from blocking. Okay, the fact that they have to think about it gives me hope. Come on now. Come on now. Please don't just be slow rolling me, please. Please be nice. I'm playing my heart out here. This magic thing is hard, okay? Uh-huh. Probably take Mastery. Now they can name Mastery with the Probation if they want to play it that way, and then we have to find another blocker, but I guess we can play Yorion, and Probation can make Yorion unable to block. So this is an interesting call with how the opponent plays this. The tension. The number 1 Mythic is on the line without getting scooped to it. Come on. Get hyped. You have no timeouts. Watch your clock. If you're gonna make a play, you gotta do it fast. I think they wanted to and they missed it. They timed out. Reconstruct history. That, I think, is good. All right, so we want the Solemn. We need to take the Birth. We need the this, and we need the Life from the Discovery. I think we're just getting rid of the Solemns. The Birth can gain life. It also gets another Plains, but I need my land drop this turn. And I don't really want to play the Birth this turn, I don't think. Or maybe I do. Yeah, I do. I do. So we'll get rid of you. Not dead to Bone Crusher. All right. Birth of Meletis. Plains. Play the Snarl. The Plains. Scorch. Go. Are we still alive? My goodness, what is this game? More of a worthy final boss, I would say. We know that these are spells. One might be a land, but we know at least some of these are spells, but we know they're not Bone Crusher Giant. At least 2 of them aren't. So what would they slow roll into this position? It's got to be like Winota, right? Or maybe another Blade Historian. Oh my goodness. Make them stop. There's too many of them. Frickin' TIE Fighter over here, but it's okay. Because we've definitely reached the stage of the game where we have the mana to still cast our spells. Which is why we played the Masteries early and often. Chooses a tome. So if they name Devastating Mastery, we have to play Yorion and hope that they don't have a way to sneak through. Scary. Or we need to find another solution. We've been lucky with some of our top decks lately. We have a lot of ways to kill this, so let's hope we find one. We're still 2 turns away from Tome gaining life. Alright, they timed out last time. Watch out, you have 0 timeouts. If you're going to play the probation, you have to make your mind up in time to type in and cast it. Okay. You're going to get masteried, but I guess they're trying to keep me from gaining life. That's got to be the play. Away with you. Okay. Draw. Main. I mean, I think we're playing Mastery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if we play this one, we have a little leftover mana to play Birth and get back on the clock to gaining life, or we can slam a Tome. I think we still make the cheaper play at this phase of the game. Blow it all up again, baby. We could also play Solemn here. Yeah, if Robber of the Rich is in their deck, I know that they can make it unable to block with the probation, but we're not dead to it. But let's get a board presence. Three frickin' life. Skyclave Apparition. Okay. Okay. That is a card that makes sense to hold throughout the game, so there could be another one of those in hand. Remember, you don't have any timeouts. Dog, bone. Well, that makes sense with why you like the Stonebinder build. Probation names. Yeah, they have struggled with using this card effectively in this game. I think if they had fetched something else, who knows what would have happened. They named the Mastery. Okay then, well, if you're gonna name Mastery... Solemn? Keep getting land. Birth? Snarl? Untapped? Yorion! I mean, eventually I'll have all the lands, right? That's the idea. Now, can the opponent somehow sneak this little apparition through? We are now out of basics. Basics are gone. Birth is on the countdown to gain some life. Tome is in the exile zone from the Elite Spellbinder. Still don't feel very comfy. Still don't feel that comfy, though. Blade Historian. Emiria's Call. Oh yeah. I mean, that or we could blow this up, but I think it's the call. I hear the Call of the Angels. I don't know how they get through this. I really don't. Let's draw. Might affect our plays. Another Birth. Might as well get it ticking, right? I'm not attacking either. I'm too scared. I am too scared at this life total that something will go wrong. I mean, Alseed doesn't get anything through, so that's good. They don't want to attack here because we have Indestructible, but some people forget that. It's a pretty easy one to forget in the scheme of things. And they're passing the turn. Another Mastery. Alright, there's some life gain. Feeling good. Elspeth conquers death. Let's go. Historian or Apparition? Let's grab the Apparition. It triggers Winota. All right, we've got 2 walls and a 4/4. Let's get aggressive. We also have Solemn. Dead in the air next turn. Do we make it out of this? Does it get us back to number 1 to do so? Or was the rank decay too much for during this epic game? I hope you enjoy the longer video. I think making content with the big numbers in the corner is just kind of insanely funny. It also shines a bit of a light on the nonsense that is the Mythic ladder for people who haven't had the time, we'll say. They haven't had the time to get to where I'm at. So you get to see how it works. Good game. Skyclave. Yeah, you're not getting Yorion. That's my baby. You can't have that. That's my baby. And Scoops. Throw the heart. Well fought. All right. Number 1. The one in best of 1 is back. And we are back to put a wrap on streak number 848, day number 848 in a row. And how did Boros history do? The stats are powered by MTGA Assistant. By the way, shout out to everybody who made it this far. Long video, but I thought making that kind of like top of the ladder content would be entertaining. So I hope you enjoyed it. 6 and 2. Let's be real though. At least 2 of those games our opponent insta-scooped. Don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Just the way it is. On the play, 6 times. Nice. On the draw, 2 times. That doesn't happen every day. We got to celebrate those. We got to feel lucky when we feel lucky. That's what being number 1 is all about. Being on the play a lot more than on the draw. And look at the matchups against Boros. 8 games against Boros. Sometimes, man, so it feels like the matchmaker decides your deck must play against this other specific deck because it's trying to match somehow based on like weight or power level of your deck. And they're like, we don't know what the heck you're playing, CGB. We're just going to pair you against Boros, Winota. Nonstop, which is apparently the grinding deck of the moment, the fad of the day, and we held our own. I think that matchup's okay as long as you do get some removals and you're able to devastating mastery in a reasonable amount of time. We saw the devastating mastery getting used with the student cost to great effect, either by battling its way through Elite Spellbinder or just ignoring Elite Spellbinder. So don't be afraid to student cost the mastery. I think the deck is cool. There's definitely some room for adjustments. I wish I could have more thrilling discoveries. I wish I had a really solid removal spell. Glass Casket is one I always think about using, but then I don't want to use it because I have Mastery and Ugin. But maybe if you trim those back, maybe you can trim back Mastery entirely and run more ECDs and Ugins and just try to be the Planeswalker Reanimator deck. Discard it with Thrilling Discovery, Professor, and then get back free Ugins. Maybe that's the way to go. But yeah, it's a very customizable deck running a card I really like in Reconstruct History, so I do recommend that you guys try it out if you got the cards. So quick shout out to Jeff Hoogland and Hooglandia. Jeff has a YouTube channel. He's also a very, very popular streamer. He had me on his show casting the Hooglandia Open Historic Tournament last weekend, and there is now a VOD live on YouTube. If you want to see a cut down, super condensed version of the tournament with me as a caster, along with Jeff being the dynamic duo, then by all means, check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description for that one, so make sure you hit that. Members, thank you very much to Tim Henderson, Magic Community, actually just called Magic Community, and Strange Quark for joining the Cool Kids Club or rejoining the Cool Kids Club. I appreciate you guys very, very much. We'll dedicate a cosmetic to your honor in just a second. If you enjoyed the video, then please hit subscribe, leave a like on the video, and consider joining the Cool Kids Club. Membership perks described below. And the cosmetic we're going to dedicate in your honor today is Return to Nature at just because it's a sweet 90% off. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Will we still be number 1? You'll have to find out tomorrow. Because you stayed till the end. That means you're cool.